We will talk about, let's say, pronunciation. All right, last time we talked about question. All right, the questions are, I told you, four types. One is, let's say, expressions, things like statements, all right, things like commands, those things. However, today we'll talk about pronunciation. Now, pronunciation is the systematic sounds as such. All right. Well, 90% in schools and colleges, people ask questions like, how many alphabets do we have? The answer is 90% people, they say we have 26 alphabets, which is completely incorrect. The answer is we have exactly one alphabet. All right. It can be English, Hindi, Telugu, whatever it is. We have exactly one alphabet. However, out of this one alphabet, which is A to Z altogether, we have, let's say, 26 letters. A to Z. 26 letters. Not one alphabet. All right. At the same time, you cannot do the two alphabets as such. Okay, these alphabets, or most probably these letters, we have two types. One is, of course, we have, let's say, vowels. Vowels. The second one is consonants. All right. My question is very simple. All right. Why can't we have, let's say, we have 5 vowels, isn't it? And we have, let's say, 21 consonants. My question is, why can't we have those 24 or 21 vowels and, let's say, 5 consonants? A simple question. Well, I'll give a simple example. When you have those sounds, for example, we have sounds like A, E, I, O, U. Those sounds are called open sounds. Open in the sense, you're not touching those mouth parts in the mouth. For example, teeth, tongue, palate, those things. All right. So you say things like A, E, I, O, U. And you can actually do that. Okay, when you do that, you can see that you do not touch those sounds at all. Okay, so all this is called vowels. And those vowels are 5 vowels. All right, the rest of them are consonants as such. And consonants are, for example, we say P, Q, R, T, V, S, those. And those sounds are, you normally touch your mouth. For example, we say S, Ps, K, those sounds. All right. So I'll give simple words. For example, we have things like ants. Ants. Second is we have things like, elephants. Elephants. All right. Those things. Consonants can be, let's say, we have purple. The color purple. Or most probably we have things like, let's say, camera. Camera. That is C. The sound is K, isn't it? So we have almost like 24 vowels. All right. Or vowels. 5 and 24. Altogether, 26 sounds. Anyway, to do that, again, I want to recap last time. I talked about, let's say, vegetables. The same thing. We'll do the same thing. When you go to vegetable, we normally, when you go to market, 90% we go and buy things like, I said, tomatoes. All right. Please, you can copy that. One is tomatoes. We have, let's say, things like potatoes. The other one is we have things like onions. Predominantly, people cannot use the word. It's called onion. And the sound is, that's the transcription as such. That's onion. The sound is All right. So, the things like, for example, you have things like okra, and then things like aubergines, eggplant, those things. Predominantly, you can you can look for different vegetables as such. All right, and pick those sounds. All right, because I told you we have almost like 26 letters. All right, and all those sounds as such. All right, so in all, we have 26 vowels, but we have 44 sounds. We have 44 sounds. So next session, we'll talk about all the sounds and examples. People, thank you very much. All the best.